In this step 6, we're going to look at how you can edit and replace the buttons in the template. We're not going to look at how to link them to their specific items. I'll do that in the next video. Here we go. So here, this is where we left off, and the process that we're going to take is actually very similar to what we did with the banner, but let's look at how we can replace these buttons. First, let's go out to the module view, and I want to show you a page that is built into this template. And that page is the buttons template. Now, obviously, I showed you before the elementary buttons template as well, or page, and so you can use those also. But we'll look at the buttons. I've pre-built a number of different styles so that you can just use them as is if you're only going to use these 5 buttons, or if you're going to use a specific button. And so let's use this one right here, and I want to show you 2 different ways that you can add it. Okay, so the first way is if I go back here and I click edit, let it load. I can just find the image in my course images and add it. And so I'm going to click in the front here. I'm going to come up here to the image, course images. And then I'm just going to find the images. And so there's 2 ways. I could just scroll down till I find it, which is perfectly fine. Or I can actually go where it says course files here. I can go to all, and that's going to show me the files. And I can choose course files. And let me zoom in here. Whoop. Course files, templates, and then I can find where it says buttons. There we go. And then I can find the styles. So that I believe the red ones are called rounded square single color. Nope, that's not it. Oh, because it's not rounded, it's square. Square single color. Then I would just find the first one, and I'd click it, and it's going to add the button right there. And I could just keep doing that for all of them, and just deleting one at a time to make sure I get all of them. That's one way of doing it. But here's another way. As long as you're using the template or the button page from within the same template. So I don't mean from like you've downloaded the course template into multiple different courses and you're copying it from one to another. That won't work. But if you're in the exact same course, so this right here, you can see up here, it says course 1017. And this right here also says 1017. I can actually just highlight right before. So I'm clicking and I'm holding and I'm pulling down and I'm highlighting all those. I'm right clicking and I'm going copy. Not copy image, not copy image address, but copy. Go back here. Again, click right before. And I'm just going to right click and hit paste. And it pasted all those images. So I'll just highlight these ones, hit delete, highlight that, hit delete. And then just like we did with the banner, I'm going to click after it and I'm going to center it. Okay. If I feel like those aren't very spaced out, I'm just going to space over, and maybe I'll put 1, 2 spaces. Oh. Okay, so now there's some space. Now, if we were actually designing a website, I would say that is not how you do buttons. But for this course, it works just fine. And so when you shrink it down, I have to save it first. When you shrink it down, it's going to do what we want it to do, which is drop into the next level, just like that. Okay. But let's say that you have one of these buttons, but you want to edit it. You're going to go through that same process. You're going to click on the one right above it. And you're going to say use template. And you know what? This is linked to the wrong one. That's no good. So I'll probably update the template, but these 2 are mixed up. Just choose the one you need. So use template. Notice that the buttons are, it said 125 by 125 pixels. So I did that so that you don't have to make them bigger or smaller. Those are about the size that you would want them. The buttons that are in the elementary template are, I think, 200 or 250 even, because those would be bigger for little kids. But here you have all the buttons. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll all the way to the bottom, this last image. And right here, you can see this little duplicate page button. So I'm going to click that. And what that did is it gave me another version of that same one. And then I just got to find a different button or a different icon that I want. So instead of Get Help, I'm going to say email teacher. Over here on the left, it says Elements. So I'm just going to say email. And see, all these ones use a solid white, okay, or a solid color. So this one wouldn't really work. Okay. Now mine, I'm in an EDU account, which all of you are teachers. Go into the Canva and you can apply for a free pro account, which means that you can use all the images. But if you haven't done that yet and you're trying to move forward, just choose a free image. I like this one, so I'm going to go ahead and click it. It's going to add it here. I'm going to center it, and you notice how it shows those little purple lines, okay? And so it's basically centering it where that image was. And I left that image there so I can just have an idea of how big that was. I'm going to delete that. And then when I click it, I can go up here to the coloring, change the color to white. And now I have an email teacher button. Same thing, same process that we did through downloading the banners. I'm going to download the file, take it to my, put it in my file system, and then I can come and add it here. Okay. In the next video, we'll look at how to actually link these buttons.